Ayo, place.
I've stumbled on days when the weight felt too heavy to bear. Found myself whispering prayers I wasn't sure reached anywhere. But somehow it's calm, filled the room when my thoughts were loud. Gave me the courage to stand when fear tried pulling me down. I learned that stones don't mean he's gone, they just show his hand. Cause even in shadows I felt him steady where I stand. I'm holding the truth that says his power works when I'm weak. And every time doubt rose up, his pieces would carry me. In his strength I rise again. When I slip, he pulls me in. When I'm worn, he makes me whole. When I break, he guards my soul. When I cry, he hears my voice. When I shake, he gives me choice. When I fall, he calls my name. In his strength, I rise again. There were nights I sat still, trying hard just to breathe. Wondering if I'd ever feel the freedom I truly believe. But he showed me grace isn't distant. It meets you right here. It settles the chaos inside, then replaces it with cheer. I felt his word lifting me like arms, holding me tight, teaching me hope isn't fragile, it stands firm in the fight. I've grown to trust what he promised when darkness surrounds. And even with trembling hands, I know I'm safe and found. In his strength, I rise again. When I slip, he pulls me in. When I'm worn, he makes me whole. When I break, he guards my soul. My voice. When I shake, he gives me choice. When I fall, he calls my name. In his strength, I rise again. I've carried regrets that tried to chain me to who I was, but he reminded me healing is real when you trust his love. I've walked through doors of fear, but he went ahead of me, proving his guidance is steady and never temporary. I found new courage in verses that spoke straight to my heart, telling me he'll finish every good work he starts. Now I breathe light and knowing nothing is beyond his care. And I keep moving because I know his presence is there. Yeah, in his strength I rise again. When I slip, he pulls me in. When I'm worn, he makes me whole. When I break, he guards my soul. When I cry, he hears my voice. When I shake, he gives me choice. When I fall, he calls my name. In his strength I rise again. Some days I wake feeling fragile, unsure of what's next, but I remember the victories he gave me when I was stressed. I watched him open my eyes to things I once couldn't see, like purpose hidden in pain that led me closer to peace. I'm learning joy isn't fleeting when it comes from above. It's built on truth and anchored deep in unchanging love. Now every step I take rests on the promise he made, and I walk boldly forward knowing I'm never betrayed. Yeah, in his strength I rise again. When I slip, he pulls me in. When I'm worn, he makes me whole. When I break, he guards my soul. When I cry, he hears my voice. When I shake, he gives me choice. When I fall, he calls my name. In his strength I rise again. I've seen his mercy lift burdens I thought would stay. I felt his kindness calm storms that shook my day. I watched his truth remind me I'm not alone. I've sensed his nearness calling my heart back home. I've trusted his promise through moments I feared. I've welcomed his guidance when answers weren't clear. I've rested in comfort that only he provides. I've learned true freedom lives where his strength abides. In his strength I rise again. When I slip, he pulls me in. When I'm worn, he makes me whole. When I break, he guards my soul. When I cry, he hears my voice. When I shake, he gives me choice. When I fall, he calls my name. In his strength I rise again.
Through every season, his power remains. Through every battle, his hope sustains. Through every trial, he proves his love. And I keep walking, lifted from above.
I was sinking in the silence. I was sinking in the silence, trying hard to breathe again. Felt the pressure on my shoulders, didn't know where to begin. Every night I fought the darkness, hoping morning brought me peace. Holding on to every whisper that his promise wouldn't cease. I was walking with my questions, but he stayed right by my side. Found the strength I never knew of when his word became my guide. When I read he is my refuge, something shifted in my chest. Like his mercy wrapped around me, telling me I'm more than stressed. And you're my living hope when I feel low. You pull me close when the storm started to grow. You lift me up when I'm losing control. You fill my heart when the weight takes a toll. You light my path when I can't see the road. You calm my mind when the tension explodes. You keep me standing when the struggle unfolds. You speak new life into mine when it's so. Some days I felt forgotten, but you never left my view. Even when my faith was shaking, you reminded me of truth. I was battling with the moments where I couldn't find my word, till I heard your gentle promise that you held me since my birth. I was drowning in the pressure, trying not to fall apart, but your presence cut through chaos, bringing quiet to my heart. When I whisper for your comfort, you restore the strength I lost. Every step became a witness to the power of the cross. And you're my living hope when I feel low. You pull me close when the storm started to grow. You lift me up when I'm losing control. You fill my heart when the weight takes a toll. You light my path when I can't see the road. You calm my mind when the tension explodes. You keep me standing when the struggle unfolds. You speak new life into my wounded soul. I've been tired of the pressure, it tries to steal my joy each day, but your grace keeps breaking through me, pushing every fear away. There were nights I questioned purpose, thinking I was far too weak, till you showed me in the scripture that the humble you will keep. Every moment I felt empty, you were working in the deep, planting truth inside the places where my shame refused to sleep. Now I'm walking with a fire that no burden can erase, cause I learned that in my weakness you reveal your inner grace. You're my living hope when I feel low. You pull me close when the storm started to grow. You lift me up when I'm losing control. You fill my heart when the weight takes a toll. You light my path when I can't see the road. You calm my mind when the tension explodes. You keep me standing when the struggle unfolds. You speak new life into my wounded soul. When the world feels overwhelming and my thoughts start closing in, you remind me that your promise never breaks or grows thin. Every chapter full of pressure turned into a place you heal. Every scar became a story of the love you still reveal. I've been carried through the seasons I thought no one understood, but you taught me in the silence that you're working for my good. Now I'm stepping with assurance, knowing I am not alone, with a faith that keeps on rising, cause your strength is all I've known. Well, you're my living hope when I feel low. You pull me close when the storm started to grow. You lift me up when I'm losing control. You fill my heart when the weight takes a toll. You light my path when I can't see the road. You calm my mind when the tension explodes. You keep me standing when the struggle unfolds. You speak new life into my wounded soul. When the pressure tries to find me, you remind me who you are. When the doubt begins to whisper, you step in and heal the scar. When the shadows try to linger, you restore what fear is drained. When the chaos rises higher, you speak peace into the pain. When I think I'm losing footing, you pull me to solid ground. When my hope feels like it's fading, you revive it with your sound. When I worry about tomorrow, you assure me you'll provide. When I'm unsure of my direction, you stay faithful as my guide. And you're my living hope when I feel low. You pull me close when the storms start to grow. You lift me up when I'm losing control. You fill my heart when the weight takes a toll. You light my path when I can't see the road. You calm my mind when the tension explodes. You keep me standing when the struggle unfolds. You speak new life into my wounded soul. I'm still walking on this journey, but I know you walk with me. Every moment of the struggle shows me you call me to be. Every breath becomes a blessing that your goodness lets me hold. Every step becomes a witness that your promise won't grow old. I'm reminded of your mercy every time the pressure's real. I'm reminded of your power every time you help me heal. I'm reminded of your kindness when you lift me when I cope. And forever I will praise you, you're my strength, my living hope. You're my living hope.
Ayo, Tansy.
I used to carry worries like stones in my chest, trying to fix everything, give myself no rest. Felt like peace was distant, slipping out my hand. Pray for strength at midnight, hoping I could stand. Scripture on my mind saying my grace will sustain. Told the Lord I'm weary from walking in this pain. He whispered to my heart, I'm close when like it's tough. That's the moment I learned that you alone are enough. When the storm keep rising, you steady my mind. When the road feels heavy, you're faithful and kind. I don't need the answers when
try to take control. Nights when doubts were shouting loud inside my soul. Opened up your word and found truth I never saw. Read how you restore those who turn to your call. When I felt forgotten, you carried my load. Set me on my feet when I broke on that road. You filled up the spaces where hurt made me rough, and taught my heart gently that your presence is enough. When the storm keeps rising, you steady my mind. When the road feels heavy, you're faithful and kind. I don't need the answers when I'm held by your love. Every time I fall apart, you lift me above. Through the dark and pressure, you silence the fear. Every step I'm taking, I know you are near. I don't chase the things that can fill me with trust, cause I learned in every season Jesus is enough. There were times temptation tried pulling me back, times I almost slipped from the weight of attack. But you reminded me how you conquered the grave. Said walk with me boldly, I came here to save. Found comfort in your promise that you won't let go. Holding on to mercy that constantly flows. You kept me from sinking when life got too rough, and showed me with power that your grace is enough. When the storm keep rising, you steady my mind. When the road feels heavy, you're faithful and kind. I don't need the answers when I'm held by your love. Every time I fall apart, you lift me above. Through the dark and pressure, you silence the fear. Every step I'm taking, I know you are near. I don't chase the things that can fill me with trust, cause I've learned in every season Jesus is enough. I look back at moments I almost gave in, times I felt unworthy, drowning in my sin. But you reminded me how forgiveness restores. Open up my heart like unlock hidden doors. You told me, my child, I make all things new. Brought healing to places I never saw through. Now hope is my anthem when life feels too tough, and I say with conviction that your love is enough. When the storm keep rising, you steady my mind. When the road feels heavy, you're faithful and kind. I don't need the answers when I'm held by your love. Every time I fall apart, you lift me above. Through the dark and pressure, you silence the fear. Every step I'm taking, I know you are near. I don't chase the things that can fill me with trust, cause I've learned in every season Jesus is enough. You're the peace I run to when nights feel long. You're the light that guides me when everything's wrong. You remind me softly I'm safe in your care. You surround my spirit with love everywhere. You refill my courage when hope feels thin. You're the strength that rises from deep within. You stand by your promise, you never give up, and you show me daily that Jesus is enough. When the storm keep rising, you steady my mind. When the road feels heavy, you're faithful and kind. I don't need the answers when I'm held by your love. Every time I fall apart, you lift me above. Through the dark and pressure, you silence the fear. Every step I'm taking, I know you are near. I don't chase the things that can't fill me with trust, cause I've learned in every season Jesus is enough. You're enough in the silence, enough in the fight, enough in the waiting, enough in the night, enough in my weakness, enough in my loss, enough in the moments I look to the cross.
Ain't no preaching, what's so cooking like?
I walked through nights that tried to pull me under, kept quiet storms behind a steady face. But in the silence I felt his strength surround me, like he was whispering, you're not lost in this place. Even when worry tried to bend my spirit, he held the pieces I didn't know how to fix. I found a calm that nothing else could offer, a steady promise shining through the mix. You're my refuge still, but when the weight comes heavy, you're my refuge still. When my breath feels thin, you're the shelter in life. When the path gets hazy, you're the hope that rises when doubt walks in. When the world feels cold, you remain my steady. When the fear creeps close, you remind me to stand. You're my refuge still, and your truth won't fail me. I'm held together by your faithful hand. Some days I stumble trying to keep my balance, facing emotions I don't always name, but you keep showing me I'm not forgotten. You got my heart back from the wave of shame. I've seen your mercy pull me out of shadows, lifted my spirit when I felt too weak. You gave me courage no one else could offer, a quiet strength that doesn't need to speak. You're my refuge still, but when the weight comes heavy, you're my refuge still. When my breath feels still, you're the shelter and light. When the path gets hazy, you're the hope that rises when doubt walks in. When the world feels cold, you remain my steady. When the fear creeps close, you remind me to stay. You're my refuge still, and your truth won't fail me. I'm held together by your faithful hand. I've learned that trusting you brings deeper healing, even when moments feel too hard to bear. You keep restoring corners I've avoided, turning confusion into answered prayer. Your word reminds me I'm secure regardless, that in your nearness I can rest and stay. With every sunrise you renew my vision, and clear the fog that tries to block my way. You're my refuge still, when the weight comes heavy. You're my refuge still, when my breath feels thin. You're the shelter and light, when the path gets hazy. You're the hope that rises when doubt walks in. When the world feels cold, you remain my steady. When the fear creeps close, you remind me to stand. You're my refuge still, and your truth won't fail me. I'm held together by your faithful hand. I've held on to songs when I felt surrounded. Those simple words revive my fading peace. God is my refuge, steady and unshaken, a shield of safety when my storms increase. Your constancy has never left me stranded. You always meet me where my heart grows tired. You breathe assurance into worn out places, and lift me higher with a quiet fire. You're my refuge still, when the weight comes heavy. You're my refuge still, when my breath feels thin. You're the shelter and light, when the path gets hazy. You're the hope that rises when doubt walks in. When the world feels cold, you remain my steady. When the fear creeps close, you remind me to stand. You're my refuge still, and your truth won't fail me. I'm held together by your faithful hand. I've seen your comfort wrap around my heartbreak. I felt your closeness in the darkest hour. You stood beside me when my voice was trembling, and gave my fragile spirit back its power. You turned the chaos into quiet confidence. You taught my weary soul how to be still. You led me forward when my steps felt uncertain, and showed me grace that proves you're with me still. You're my refuge still, when the weight comes heavy. You're my refuge still, when my breath feels thin. You're the shelter and light, when the path gets hazy. You're the hope that rises when doubt walks in. When the world feels cold, you remain my steady. When the fear creeps close, you remind me to stand. You're my refuge still, and your truth won't fail me. I'm held together by your faithful hand. Every moment you continue guiding, every step I keep learning your will. Every breath holds a quiet reminder. You're my refuge still.
Yo, checks it on all purple crease. I've been carrying weight, I never meant to hold this long. Nights felt endless, wondering where my strength had gone. But I kept whispering truth from Psalm 6 too deep in my chest, telling myself God's refuge is where my heart finds rest. Some days the silence felt louder than any storm around. Still I waited for his peace to pull my spirit off the ground. Every breath of prayer, asking him to guide my next step. Learning that surrender is stronger than anything I kept. I'm learning to trust and rest in the one who knows my name. Even when shadow rises, his promise stays the same. When the world feels heavy, he becomes my quiet place, holding me steady with mercy I can never replace. I lean on his word when my courage feels halfway gone. He reminds me his grace has been carrying me all along. I'm safe in his hands even when life feels like a test. Lord, teach me every day to trust and rest. I used to run in circles trying to fix what I can change, chasing answers fast, leaving my own soul strained. Until I felt his whisper calm and gentle through my fear, telling me his presence stays close, always near. Isaiah's words echo, he gives power to the faint. And I found new strength where I once felt constrained. Now I breathe slower, letting him reshape my view. Understanding peace is something only he can renew. I'm learning to trust and rest in the one who knows my name. Even when shadows rise, his promise stays the same. When the world feels heavy, he becomes my quiet place, holding me steady with mercy I can never replace. I lean on his word when my courage feels halfway gone. He reminds me his grace has been carrying me all along. I'm safe in his hands even when life feels like a test. Lord, teach me every day to trust and rest. There were days my heart felt fragile,
like it could break in two. Wondering if healing was something he still could do. But Romans 8 stay with me, keeping doubt from my mind, showing me his love is stronger than anything I find. I learned that waiting doesn't mean I'm standing still. Sometimes it's the moment he reshapes my will. And now I walk steady, you're not afraid of what's ahead, because his light keeps rising where my old fear. I'm learning to trust and rest in the one who knows my name. Even when shadows rise, his promise stays the same. When the world feels heavy, he becomes my quiet place, holding me steady with mercy I can never replace. I lean on his word when my courage feels halfway gone. He reminds me his grace has been carrying me all along. I'm safe in his hands even when life feels like a test. Lord, teach me every day to trust and rest. Now I look back and see how far his goodness brought me through. All the quiet miracles he placed in every view. Our heart once trembling now stands rooted and aware, recognizing every moment he answered prayer. I don't pretend I'm perfect or that I always stay strong, but I hold to his truth when the nights feel long. And with every sunrise I feel his hope rise inside, knowing he's my shelter no matter the tide. I'm learning to trust and rest in the one who knows my name. Even when shadows rise, his promise stays the same. When the world feels heavy, he becomes my quiet place, holding me steady with mercy I can never replace. I lean on his word when my courage feels halfway gone. He reminds me his grace has been carrying me all along. I'm safe in his hands even when life feels like a test. Lord, teach me every day to trust and rest. I place every worry down because you carry what I can't. Your peace fills the spaces where my fear once had a chance. You step into my chaos with comfort I never knew. You lift my heart gently and show me what's true. Your promises stand firm no matter what comes my way. You hold me close enough that doubt begins to sway. And with every breath I find confidence in your voice, because resting in you has become my greatest choice. I'm learning to trust and rest in the one who knows my name. Even when shadows rise, his promise stays the same. When the world feels heavy, he becomes my quiet place, holding me steady with mercy I can never replace. I lean on his word when my courage feels halfway gone. He reminds me his grace has been carrying me all along. I'm safe in his hands even when life feels like a test. Lord, teach me every day to trust and rest. Now I stand peaceful, breathing in a brand new start, feeling this calm settle deep throughout my heart. I won't rush ahead, I'll stay where his presence leads, finding strength in his care for all my needs. Each day I grow quieter inside his gentle embrace, letting his truth guide the rhythm of my pace. And as life unfolds, I'll keep choosing his best, walking steady in his promise to trust and rest. I'm learning to trust and rest in the one who knows my name. Even when shadows rise, his promise stays the same. When the world feels heavy, he becomes my quiet place, holding me steady with mercy I can never replace. I lean on his word when my courage feels halfway gone. He reminds me his grace has been carrying me all along. I'm safe in his hands even when life feels like a test. Lord, teach me every day to trust and rest.
Ain't no way go, ain't no way go.
I was walking through a season where the nights felt long, trying hard to keep steady when my strength felt gone. Reading Psalms in the quiet just to calm my mind, asking God if he heard me when I prayed each time. Even when I felt empty, he kept pulling me near, gave me calm in the moments I was wrestling with fear. Showed me light in the shadows where I couldn't see, and I learned in the silence that he still leads me. He guides me when the road gets rough, he guides me when the waves rise up, he guides me when I'm feeling stuck, he guides me when the low feels tough. He guides me even when I doubt, he guides me when I'm losing ground, he guides me till the storm dies down, he guides me, yeah, he guides me now. Found peace in the moments when my breath ran tight, found hope when his promise kept my heart upright. And the words in Isaiah gave me room to stand, made me trust that his mercy had a perfect plan. I was breaking in pieces, but he held me still, put a calm in my spirit that I couldn't feel. In the middle of pressure, he became my shield, and the weight I was carrying slowly had to yield. He guides me when the road gets rough, he guides me when the waves rise up, he guides me when I'm feeling stuck, He guides me when the load feels tough. He guides me, even when I doubt. He guides me when I'm losing ground. He guides me till the storm dies down. He guides me, yeah, he guides me now. Every door that he opened had a truth inside. Every step that he ordered had a steady stride. When I leaned on his promise, I could breathe again. Learn to trust in his timing through the thick and thin. In the middle of trials, he was holding fast. Kept me anchored in places where the winds would blast. Every verse that I clung to from his holy word reminded me he listens and my cry is heard. He guides me when the road gets rough. He guides me when the waves rise up. He guides me when I'm feeling stuck. He guides me when the load feels tough. He guides me even when I doubt. He guides me when I'm losing ground. He guides me till the storm dies down. He guides me, yeah, he guides me now. Now I walk with a courage that I didn't know, and the strength built from battles that he carried alone. Every part of my story has his fingerprint. Every breath that I'm taking shows the love he sent. Even when I'm uncertain, he secures my feet. Every promise he made me, he completes in me. So I stand with a faith that feels brand new. Every moment reminds me what his grace can do. He guides me when the road gets rough. He guides me when the waves rise up. He guides me when I'm feeling stuck. He guides me when the load feels tough. He guides me even when I doubt. He guides me when I'm losing ground. He guides me till the storm dies down. He guides me now. When I'm weary, he restores my soul. When I'm trembling, he takes control. When I question, he makes me whole. When I stumble, his truth unfolds. When I wander, he calls my name. When I'm hurting, he steadies pain. When I'm empty, he lights the flame. When I'm reaching, he stays the same. He guides me when the road gets rough. He guides me when the waves rise up. He guides me when I'm feeling stuck. He guides me when the load feels tough. He guides me even when I doubt. He guides me when I'm losing ground. He guides me till the storm dies down. He guides me now. So whatever the season, I won't lose sight. He's the one who lifts burdens and restores my fight. Every step that I take, he's already there with a love that is present, steady and rare. I've seen him move gently in the hardest place. I've seen him bring comfort with his endless grace. I'm walking in confidence, I'm walking free. Cause no matter what happens, he still guides me.
I used to carry stones inside that never gave me rest. Felt like every step I took was sinking deeper than the last. But I heard a quiet whisper telling me I wasn't lost. Told me grace was still enough, no matter what it cost. Opened up the weight I hid and set it at his feet. Found a strength I never had when life kept cutting deep. Now I walk with clearer eyes, no longer running blind. Cause he showed me there's a future even when I'm terrified. Victory through Christ, that's the reason I'm standing here. When the nights were closing in, he kept pulling me near. Every fear that tried to drown me couldn't hold me down. He's the anchor in my storm, he's the solid ground. Victory through Christ, every battle he carried me through. Even when my heart was heavy, he made all things new. Now I'm living with a peace that no darkness can take. Cause the Savior that redeemed me never make mistakes. I remember long nights praying just to catch a breath, wondering if God saw me trying not to break myself. But Psalm 34 reminded me he stays close to the crush. And every cry I lifted up was something he still touched. He turned every hidden wound into a place he healed. Showed me even broken roads can lead to something real. So now I move with quiet hope, not chained to who I was, knowing mercy can rebuild what the world said was done. Victory through Christ, that's the reason I'm standing here. When the nights were closing in, he kept pulling me near. Every fear that tried to drown me couldn't hold me down. He's the anchor in my storm, he's the solid ground. Victory through Christ, every battle he carried me through. Even when my heart was heavy, he made all things new. Now I'm living with a peace that no darkness can take. Cause the Savior that redeemed me never makes mistakes. There were days I doubted
if his promises were real. Cause waiting on his timing felt like climbing up a hill. But Romans 8 reminded me he works all things for good, even things I didn't want or barely understood. Slowly he restored the parts I thought were gone for good, lifted me from heavy places I never thought I could. Now I see his fingerprints on every turn I missed, proof that all along he held me tighter than I guessed. Victory through Christ, that's the reason I'm standing here. When the nights were closing in, he kept pulling me near. Every fear that tried to drown me couldn't hold me down. He's the anchor in my storm, he's the solid ground. Victory through Christ, every battle he carried me through. Even when my heart was heavy, he made all things new. Now I'm living with a peace that no darkness can take, cause the Savior that redeemed me never makes mistakes. I've learned that healing comes in moments, not a single day. That trust in him means letting go and following his way. And though the road gets rough, his truth still keeps me strong, cause every promise he has made will never turn out wrong. So now I stand with open hands, surrendering my breath, knowing he's the one who lifts me when there's nothing left. And even in the toughest times, his faithfulness remains. Christ already won the fight, so I won't feel the pain. Victory through Christ, that's the reason I'm standing here. When the nights were closing in, he kept pulling me near. Every fear that tried to drown me couldn't hold me down. He's the anchor in my storm, he's the solid ground. Victory through Christ, every battle he carried me through. Even when my heart was heavy, he made all things new. Now I'm living with a peace that no darkness can take, cause the Savior that redeemed me never made a mistake. I've seen his hand restore what life tried hard to break. I watched him turn my silence into something I could take. I felt his presence hold me when I couldn't lift my head. I walked out of some places I once thought were my end. I've learned his strength shows up when all my strength is gone. I've learned his love stay steady even when I'm withdrawn. I seen him light a path when I had lost my sight. Now everything I am is proof of his power and might. Victory through Christ, that's the reason I'm standing here. When the nights were closing in, he kept pulling me near. Every fear that tried to drown me couldn't hold me down. He's the anchor in my storm, he's a solid ground. Victory through Christ, every battle he carried me through. Even when my heart was heavy, he made all things new. Now I'm living with a peace that no darkness can take, cause the Savior that redeemed me never made mistakes. Now I rise for quiet strength, walking forward without fear, holding tight to what he promised, knowing victory brought me here.
Ain't no way to conquer way this shit up.
I woke up shaking from battles I didn't invite, but I felt a calm whisper saying everything's alright. I carried long seasons that left my spirit thin. Yeah, some style courage kept rising up within. Some days felt heavier than the ground I walked. Still I sense your presence every time I talk. When fear tries circling like a storm at night, you cover my heart with a quiet steady light. My shield stands when the way get rough. My shield stands when my strength feels cut. My shield stands when the noise grows loud. My shield stands when I'm losing ground. My shield stands when hope seems faint. My shield stands when I feel restraint. My shield stands cause your truth won't bend. My shield stands till the very end. I've seen dark valleys where comfort fell far. Still you guarded my steps like a loyal scout. Every old worry tried pulling me back, but you filled my chest with a brand new track. When I couldn't explain why peace held on, you reminded me softly that I'm never alone. Your grace kept shaping me beyond my plans, like a gentle correction from nail-scarred hands. My shield stands when the way get rough. My shield stands when my strength feels cut. My shield stands when the noise grows loud. My shield stands when I'm losing ground. My shield stands when hope seems faint. My shield stands when I feel restraint. My shield stands cause your truth won't bend. My shield stands till the very end. There were mornings I questioned if healing was real, but you touch hidden places I struggle to feel. You lifted oppression from corners of me where I'd locked disappointment so no one could see. Your words spoke power right into my lungs and breathed out the hurt I'd held for so long. Now I look at my journey with clearer eyes, seeing your mercy in every surprise. My shield stands when the weight get rough. My shield stand when my strength feels cut. My shield stand when the noise grows loud. My shield stand when I'm losing ground. My shield stand when hope seems faint. My shield stand when I feel restrained. My shield stands cause your truth won't bend. My shield stands till the very end. I learned to trust steady instead of rushing ahead. I learned that time in lives where fear once spread. I let go of pressure to fix everything fast. Cause you showed me a peace was built to last. Every unanswered moment turned into growth. Every silent season still carry hope. Now I walk with assurance I never had, knowing you shield me from all that's bad. My shield stand when the weight get rough. My shield stand when my strength feels cut. My shield stand when the noise grows loud. My shield stand when I'm losing ground. My shield stand when hope seems faint. My shield stand when I feel restrained. My shield stands cause your truth won't bend. My shield stands till the very end. You protect my heart when the shadows press. You lift my mind when I'm under stress. You guard my path when I can't see far. You hold my soul like a guiding star. You fight my battle before they begin. You steady my breath when I lose within. You anchor my faith through shifting lanes. You remind me forever that my shield stand. My shield stand when the weight get rough. My shield stand when my strength feels cut. My shield stand when the noise grows loud. My shield stand when I'm losing ground. My shield stand when hope seems faint. My shield stand when I feel restrained. My shield stands cause your truth won't bend. My shield stands till the very end. I step forward trusting more than before. I breathe easier knowing who guards my door. I leave every worry inside your hands and rest in the promise that my shield stands.
I walked through nights that felt like they would never move. Pressure on my chest, wondering what I'm supposed to do. Opened up the word and found a promise I could hold. Don't be afraid, I'm with you, that truth hit my soul. I kept breathing even when my strength felt thin. Did up a quiet prayer, asked the Lord to pull me in. Peace showed up in places I thought I'd fall apart. Grace wrapped around the cracks inside my heart. Fear has no power when His presence fills the room. Every shadow fades the moment that His light breaks through. I've been carried even when I didn't know I could stand. He's the reason I keep rising with a steady hand. No anxiety can change me when His truth speaks loud. No storm can shake me when His mercy sticks around. I lean on Him when everything feels too much to bear. Cause fear has no power, not as long as He's there. Some days I wake up fighting thoughts that try to drag me down. Voices telling me I'm sinking, but His strength turns it around. He reminds me I'm protected, even when I'm feeling weak. His compassion finds the words that my heart can't even speak. I've seen His goodness show up right when I'm losing hope. He teaches me to breathe again, gives my spirit room to grow. I'm learning that courage isn't having it all figured out. It's trusting He won't leave me even when I'm full of doubt. Fear has no power when His presence fills the room. Every shadow fades the moment that His light breaks through. I've been carried even when I didn't know I could stand. He's the reason I keep rising with a steady hand. No anxiety can change me when His truth speaks loud. No storm can shake me when His mercy sticks around. I lean on Him when everything feels too much to bear. Cause fear has no power, not as long as He's there. I've learned that healing doesn't always show up overnight, but I trust Him in the waiting while He guides me through the fights. Scripture says He strengthens those who feel their courage slip. So I place my worries down and let His promise take a grip. He lifts me when I stumble, gives me calm inside the noise. Teaches me that peace is more than temporary joy. And every time I choose His voice instead of listening to fear, I feel freedom settle deeper than it ever did last year. Fear has no power when His presence fills the room. Every shadow fades the moment that His light breaks through. I've been carried even when I didn't know I could stand. He's the reason I keep rising with a steady hand. No anxiety can change storm can shake me when His mercy sticks around. I lean on Him when everything feels too much to bear. Cause fear has no power, not as long as your worry tries to corner me. I run straight to His name, cause the one who saved my soul will never leave me the same. He said He'd never fail me, and I trust He never will. Even in the chaos, He can make my heart be still. Knowing He's beside me gives my spirit room to breathe. Confidence replaces all the lies I used to believe. And when the road feels heavy, I remember who He is. My savior, my defender, the one who holds me in His grip. Fear has no power when His presence fills the room. Every shadow fades the moment that His light breaks through. I've been carried even when I didn't know I could stand. He's the reason I keep rising with a steady hand. No anxiety can chain me when His truth speaks loud. No storm can shake me when His mercy sticks around. I lean on Him when everything feels too much to bear. Cause fear has no power, not as long as He's there. Even when the pressure rises, I know His peace remains. He reminds me that my story isn't built on constant pain. Hope becomes my language when His kindness floods my mind. Strength becomes my anchor when His promise hits my life. I'm walking with assurance cause His love don't ever fade. I'm trusting in His timing even when the path feels strange. Freedom keeps unfolding every moment that I trust. Cause He's stronger than the worry that once tried to bury us. Fear has no power when His presence fills the room. Every shadow fades the moment that His light breaks through. I've been carried even when I didn't know I could stand. He's the reason I keep rising with a steady hand. No anxiety can chain me when His truth speaks loud. No storm can shake me when His mercy sticks around. I lean on Him when everything feels too much to bear. Cause fear has no power, not as long as He's there. So when doubt starts whispering, I hold on to what He said. His peace becomes my cover and His promise stays ahead. With every step I take, I know I'm covered by His love. Fear has no power now when God is more than enough.
Hey yo, Tracy, what's for cooking though?
I woke up feeling weighted, but I whisper, Lord, I'm here. Some days I move uncertain, yet your presence calm my fear. I've stumbled in the shadows when my hope was wearing thin, but you called me from the silence, told me sunrise up again. I walked through bitter seasons when my strength felt torn apart. Then you breathed a quiet courage that revived my weary heart. I cling to every promise that you spoken in your word, cause you lit me when I falter and I'm learning to be stirred. Give me faith to keep going when the nights feel long. Give me faith to keep standing when I don't feel strong. Give me faith to keep trusting when I can't see clear. Give me faith to keep moving even fighting tears. Give me faith to keep hoping when the storm rolls through. Give me faith to keep holding every word from you. Give me faith to keep breathing when the weight is loud. Give me faith to keep rising though I'm morning by. I pray for steady footing when the road felt rough and steep. You reminded me of David, how you guarded all his sheep. When the pressure tried to choke me, you restored my broken drive. You reminded me of Jonah, how your mercy kept me alive. I've carried it in questions that I never voiced out loud, but you listened in the quiet when my faith felt small and bowed. Your truth became the anchor that secured my drifting mind, and your grace became the shelter I was desperate just to find. Give me faith to keep going when the nights feel long. Give me faith to keep standing when I don't feel strong. Give me faith to keep trusting when I can't see clear. Give me faith to keep moving even fighting tears. Give me faith to keep hoping when the storm rolls through. Give me faith to keep hoping every word from you. Give me faith to keep breathing when the weight is loud. Give me faith to keep rising though I'm morning bout. I'm learning how your timing never matches mine at all. You remind me through the scriptures that your hand won't let me fall. I wrestle with frustration when my plans came crashing down, but you taught me through the testing that your ways are always sound. I've knelt with heavy burdens that I struggle to release. Then you showed me in Philippines where your strength perfects my peace. You quieted my worry with a calm and steady voice, and you shaped my broken outlook with a graceful, wiser choice. Give me faith to keep going when the nights feel long. Give me faith to keep standing when I don't feel strong. Give me faith to keep trusting when I can't see clear. Give me faith to keep moving even fighting tears. Give me faith to keep hoping when the storm rolls through. Give me faith to keep holding every word from you. Give me faith to keep breathing when the weight is loud. Give me faith to keep rising though I'm morning bout. I watch you heal the place places that I thought were lost for good. You restored the weak foundations I believe that been withstood. I seen you turn my failures into steps that made me grow. You transform my deepest questions into seeds of faith to show. I walk with new assurance in the middle of the strain. I know your hand is steady even when I feel the pain. You shape me through the pressure like a vessel built to last. And you got me with a wisdom that redeem my broken past. Give me faith to keep going when the nights feel long. Give me faith to keep standing when I don't feel strong. Give me faith to keep trusting when I can't see clear. Give me faith to keep moving even fighting tears. Give me faith to keep hoping when the storm rolls through. Give me faith to keep holding every word from you. Give me faith to keep breathing when the weight is loud. Give me faith to keep rising, though I'm one and bout. You remind me of Elijah when he faced the drought alone. How you met him in exhaustion with a strength he never known. You remind me of the woman who had nothing left to give, yet you blessed her oil and flowers, showing faith is how we live. You remind me through the prophets that endurance fuels the soul, that the fire shapes the purpose and your hand brings back control. You remind me through the Savior that the cross was not the end, and because the stone was lifted, every valley now commend. Give me faith to keep going when the nights feel long. Give me faith to keep standing when I don't feel strong. Give me faith to keep trusting when I can't see clear. Give me faith to keep moving even fighting tears. Give me faith to keep hoping when the storm rolls through. Give me faith to keep holding every word from you. Give me faith to keep breathing when the weight is loud. Give me faith to keep rising, though I'm worn and bout. You've carried me through moments I thought I wouldn't survive, and you've proven through each challenge that your love keeps me alive. So wow, yeah, oh, yeah, oh.